Hello, good morning mtazamaji wa Mizpah TV, na karibu kwenye kipindi ukipendacho cha Nuru ya asubuhi. Leo ikiwa ni awamu ya current affairs, ukipenda sana tuko kwenye uchambuzi wa magazeti. Nashukuru sana, natumai uko salama. Wiki mzima hatujakuwa pamoja, lakini nilikuwa ninajua Anji na Kemotho walisukuma gurudumu pasi kuhofu lawama ama bila shaka. Nami nina sababu zote za kufurahi. Watu wa pwani asanti, walinipokea vizuri na tukafanya majambo kule pwani, Mombasa raha. Na kwenye studio kama kawa niko na huyu binti wa Kiafrika. Urefu wake ni mithili ya twiga, rangi yake chemsha kunde kisha mwaga maji yake. Tabasamu yake ni ya kutoa nyoka pangoni na kuiweka mpangoni. Anji, good morning.
Good morning.
Yes.
Swahili hajabadilika.
Na siwezi.
Waambaje?
Kile kitu kiko ni kwamba ukiwa pale pwani kuna accent ambayo iko. Lakini kwa mtu ambaye amezoea na uzoefu wa kuongea Kiswahili, hauna haja ya kuweka ile accent sana. Kiswahili changu vile kilivyo ndivyo nina kipeleka, na sikuwa na wakati mgumu, hata hakuna wakati nimekuwa na ugumu wakati napatana na Waswahili. Kwa sababu nakipenda Kiswahili, na mimi najua Uswahilini kuna heshima, na Uswahilini kuna vituko, na Uswahilini kuna mambo mazuri. So nilikuwa kule Uswahilini, kile kitu sijui ni kuogelea, lakini angalau niliingia kwenye yale maji mingi ya chumvi.
Okay.
Karibu sana.
Asante.
Yes. Mtazamaji, tuko kwenye, najua now when you sit down with these young girls who love speaking in Kizungu, naita lugha ya kimayai, ukipiga Kiswahili sana they tend to keep quiet, but when you speak in English they will reply, they will have a lot to tell you. Yes, good morning.
Good morning.
How was your weekend?
My weekend was good. I thank God. Tulienda church jana.
Yes.
And it was a blessing.
Wow. That is nice. I was not able to attend the service, but later I attended a couple meeting. And in the couple meeting, I'm happy because ilinilenga mimi mwenyewe. In fact, I became the example in the place. And because ni kitu ilikuwa inasema, we were talking about group A of people and P, siju kuna sanguine, mimi kwanza ni sanguine. Sasa yangu ndio iliexplainiwa sana, ana inaongewa mambo enye public inajua. Jose hupenda hivi, so everybody was looking at me, and I automatically became the example, and I felt like the spirit of the pastor, the spirit of God came to pastor and made sure amenitoa ujinga ile niko nayo na upush, and I become something.
So the time when people when Mizpah also announces that is a couples meeting, what would the
watu wakuje. I'm telling you, I'm now among the best husbands in this world. I am among the best husband in this world. I have decided not to use a lot of love, but to use common sense.
And talking about events, tukona the annual prophetic prayer congress.
Yes, we have the annual prophetic prayer congress starting from date 1 up to date 5 of December. Now it wanna be big. This one, this time round, it's not a joke.
Yeah,
it's in mchezo. Yes.
The servants of God will be having Apostle JC,
yes,
Apostle William, Bishop Margaret Wangare.
Yes.
We have that is Prophet Paul Mwaniki and other great servants of God.
Julius, Subi will also be present.
Also, that is Ken Baraza watakuwa pale.
Imagine, this is a great thing. I love the most unique with this prayer annual congress ni kwamba Mizpah at 30. At hii congress imeenda 30 years. It is started small, now it is big. I want to assure you, kuna time mulikuwa mnakuja mnaingia kwa hiyo tent, haikuwa inaweza kuhold a lot of people. Lakini saizi tuko na tent inaweza hold capacity of 3,000 people. So my friend, saizi ni tofauti. Make sure you come, book your space, ukuje na ukae. Me, I'm inviting my friends because this time round, especially wale watu wangu wakamnyweso, au I'm trying best, wakuje tu manze wa attend hapo. Na nitaomba hata kwa hiyo nafasi, nitaweza omba tu wapee tu tuombewe, walevi wote tuombewe na mambo ikuwe sawa. So, mtazamaji, we don't start this program at least without kuambia Mungu shukran, na kuambia Mungu kusoma Biblia, na pia kumuomba mambo matatu. Unajua kuna mambo Musa alimuomba Mungu wakati alipokuwa akienda, alitumwa kule kwa wa Farao. Anao maneno yanifurahisha sana. Na kila asubuhi tunapokuja hapa sisi umuomba Mwenyezi Mungu atujalie haya mambo ikiwa kama ombi letu. Ya kwamba atupe kichwa kenye ubongo wa hekima, mdomo wenye maneno ya ufasaha na hata kifua chenye moyo wa ujasiri. Atujalie uweledi, ukwasi na hata umahiri wa lugha. Na kwako wewe mtazamaji ambao umekuja hapo asubuhi umearauka na kuombea maisha haya kwa sababu yanapanda shuka zake, Mwenyezi Mungu akusaidie kusafiri safari ya kujisaka na hata kujitafuta, na ili ujue asili yako, ugundue ya kwamba wewe ni wewe halisi, mbali sio ganda la mua wa jana. Mwenyezi Mungu akushibishe na imani, akupe utajiri wa subira na hata akuondolee kiburi cha dunia. Tuandamane na wewe hadi ya tamati na ili uweze kumakinika. Let's have the verse of the day.
And the verse of the day comes, that is from Matthew 6:26, and this is what it says. Look at the birds of the air. They do not sow or reap or store away in barns, and yet your heavenly Father feeds them. Are you not much more valuable than they? That is a question that you're being asked. So hapo kwenye sema that look at the birds of the air. God is the one who provides for his creation. This shows God's ability and willingness to sustain what he has created, and you're part of what God has created, and even more valuable. And more valuable than the birds. Kwenye hapo inauliza, are you not much more valuable than they? It means that we as human beings, we are created in God's image, and if it takes God to take care of the birds, what even more can he do for you as a human being? It means that you need to stop worrying about survival, kesho what will happen, things are not working out, what am I going to do? The verse of today is reminding us and teaching us to release our fears and trust in God each and every season, in times of desperate moments, in times that you are having stress, utatoa wapi pesa za school fees. The verse of today that is reminding us to trust in God. Jose,
yes,
you have something to say about the verse?
It's all about the trust and the faith. It's all about the trust and faith that you put to your God. That sometimes uangalie birds and the fish and everything. I love the way nimeomba asubuhi because nimemention hivyo. That God always provide for these animals. God provide for these birds and you know hata wanyama porini. He knows vile zitakula.
Yes, sure.
Na hatuwezi mquestion vile zitakula, vile zitafanya nini, God knows. Na among hawa wanyama wote, a human being was there. Hata yeye alikuwa mnyama, hata mwanaume ni mnyama, alikuwa pale. Lakini Mungu akamtemu na akamfanya special. Now, if God can provide for these others, what about me? It's only that hatuna trust. The verse inajaribu kutuonyesha, you don't have to worry so much about your life. Ati una worry ni karibu ni karibu na sijui ni kama wewe unajisurvivisha kwa hii dunia. You are not supposed to do so. Sometimes you are supposed to give it to God. Ishi ile life ya I know God will provide. You know, I know my God will provide. Kama anaweza providea birds, and sometimes mimi ufika situation ile yenye unaenda kabisa unafika kwa kona na najua kunako kitu kabaya kana happenigi, but my God will provide. Where I will sleep, God will know. Niko na nyumba, niko na kila kitu, God will know how I'm going to sleep. Kuna vitu huwa hazinishtui, rent ya nyumba. Not that I will not work, I will work because I know Mungu atanipea kazi na nifanye na nipate pesa hiyo rent. I don't sleep waiting for God to pay for my rent, but I know God will provide for my people to eat. As a man, mimi nitatoka niende nikatafute, and I know my God will provide. That is it. Ile kitu wenye usifanye tena, usilale chini ukae mseme hautafanya kazi ati my God will provide. My friend, even the birds wao utoka, zinatoka na zinaenda zinapata hiyo ngano mahali, zinaenda zinapata hiyo mahindi mahali. They don't stay kwa nest yao zikigojea. So it is upon you. Simama, amuka, ende uambie God provide for me, na utembee uende ukajisort. That's the verse of the day. Let's give God all the glory and honor, and he's going to provide for you, because I know there are many people, maisha vile inaendelea. I was watching a clip today and I've heard some words zimesemwa na Mike Mbuvi Sonko. Mike Mbuvi Sonko wakati dota yake amechapwa. I don't know whether you have seen that clip ikienda viral on social media. Kwa social media dota yake alichapwa na the husband. And Mike Mbuvi Sonko alijipeleka kwa huyo jamaa, na kuna maneno alikuwa amemwambia na akaiongea kama mzazi, akasema I know how the economy is, najua vile maisha iko, but I have provided for you, I've paid for your rent, I've done you shoppings. Kwa nini uchape mtoto wangu? Because alichapa mtoto wake, the wife now alimchapa. So alimuuliza hiyo maswali, akasema uchumi si poa, hata mimi najua uchumi si fiti, mambo climate whatever blah blah. Hata naona hapa kuna mahali imeangaziwa kwa gazeti food crisis, kuna all this, but kwa Mungu wetu hakunaga hiyo ukame. He is going to provide, don't worry, only have trust in your God. Asante sana. So twende kwa uchambuzi wa magazeti, na mimi niko na gazeti la The Daily Nation.
And I have the Standard with me.
Yes, na kwa The Daily Nation kuna maswala hapa yameangaziwa, na kuna maswala yameangaziwa hapa na gazeti la The Daily Nation about ODM. I can see picture ya the daughter of the former Prime Minister Raila Omolo Odinga, marehemu ama hayati Raila Omolo Odinga, na ndugu yake Oburu Odinga. Na wanasema the war within. Ati Winnie's hand tackle on Oburu during ODM gala reveals family tensions. The broad-based relationship is complicated. Those managing it now, are they capable? Because it's only one baba, Raila Odinga, who could manage it. That is the daughter anasema, lakini babake mkubwa ama ndugu ya babake anasema, it's Raila who left us in the broad-based government. If it comes 2027, we shall look at the best person to talk with or go it alone. So this lady akona maono tofauti. And Oburu Odinga akona maono tofauti. Mwenye sasa ameshika pale hatamu ama amechukua ule uongozi in the interim leader. Na tunaona nikaa panaanza kutokea dispute LMP Winnie Odinga, unajua yeye ni mbunge wa kule East Africa whatever. Odinga and daughter of the former Prime Minister Raila Odinga on Saturday questioned the competence of her uncle Dr. Oburu Oginga to lead ODM, even as she alleged a plot to sell the party, exposing simmering differences that could threaten the Orange Party existence. So huyu lady kuna danger zenye anaona, and she's claiming that his uncle anaweza kuuza hii chama. Because wakati wameanza kusema mtu mwingine from another party akuje join this party ndiye akuwe president. Now you know kuna maneno hapa ambayo hai add up. Opinions that this young lady ziko tofauti na this our brother the old man. Pakona opinion tofauti. So hata nilisikia akiongea akasema wataongea na Winnie kifamily. Kifamily. Lakini I think this is not a family thing. Hata kama ni family ina involve watu wengi. Yes, that is the headline kwa side yangu.
I have the same headline that is on the Standard page 1, and I think it's just what you have read, and they say Raila reincarnate. Winnie Odinga's burst onto national outstage, igniting succession battle that could redefine or fracture the Odinga political empire, and a fiery debate at ODM 20th anniversary that was yesterday in Mombasa, and energized supporters and unsettled rivals, signaling her intent to shape the party that already split by competing camps. With Raila gone, ODM faces its most volatile moment in decades, an aging Oburu at the helm, rising fractional tensions, and bold a new contender challenging the old order. Winning the next move could determine the party's future. But you know, this is going to bring wrangle to Jose, because most of the people right now at ODM, they have agreed and they have joined that is the broad-based government, including that is the interim leader of the party, Oburu Odinga. So we really don't know what will happen. After she gave this statement to Leona, most of the people who were in the party of the ODM party, some of the leaders told her that she joke na that party, and they are going to support what that is the late Raila started being in the broad-based government, because they say that it is not self-centered, it's for the people of the Kenya. So I don't know if it's truly this is because of the Kenyan people. That's why they are still supporting that is the broad-based government. We're waiting to see what will happen. And I can see here that is page 2 and 3 of the Daily Nation. They have violated many things that I'm not going to read all of them, but they are calling it a father's touch. Could she have the father's touch of the that is the late Raila Odinga? That is according to some, and according to communication consultant that is Barak Muluka, Winnie has unveiled herself with very focus of a late father when he was not doing handshakes. Now, talking of handshake, right now that is before the broad-based government. Is it possible the ODM party to go back to the way it was before joining the broad-based government and maintaining its figure as a strong opposition party? Let's see what will happen. I hope that they'll solve these wrangles.
Yes, we also found it wakati wa dinner ambayo ilikoko pale Sarova White Sand pale Mombasa, when the president William Samoei Ruto also was president.
Yeah, he was.
And he said he's not only a guest, he is a son of ODM. He carried a political gift, a promise to extend the standard gauge railway, SGR, from Naivasha to Kisumu, and eventually Malaba, starting January next year. I'm very proud that today, being president of Kenya, I have my roots in ODM, and nobody can take that away from me. You cannot write the story of William Ruto without recognizing that he was not only member of ODM, but a founder member and the deputy party leader. He said then, okay, all these zenye anajaribu kusema hapa, you know, William Ruto is really trying to look for support, maybe especially from the Nyanza region, and that is why of course lazima alete hii mambo yote. And it is true, you cannot write the story of ODM without mentioning a deputy party leader, that is Dr. William Samoei Ruto. He was but these are politics, and my question ama swali letu ni je, are they going to help us, even though a government is made by all these things, lakini itatusaidia? Can we now look at the sera, because wananchi saizi wanataka kuangalia what is happening in this country. Ni mambo gani tumefanya? I'm very proud that today, being the president of Kenya, I have my roots in ODM, and nobody can take that away from me. That was words from the president William Ruto. Okay. Yes, on other news, on page 3, ninaona news ambazo zinawahusu especially you ladies and women. Inasema sitting side sandal on a motorbike is a deadly, NTSA warns women. Apart from interfering with the center of gravity, a passenger sitting sideways is more likely to sustain severe injuries in a crash. Okay. So NTSA wametoa hiyo na wametoa hiyo onyo, wanasema should someone interfere with the center of gravity, the machine can fall. When riding a motorbike, weight should be equally distributed. So kuna hii design, nyinyi ukalia motorbike sideways, hiyo kitu inakosa, wanasema ya kwamba haina balance na muna interfere na center of gravity. Na hiyo iko likely ku cause accident kwa barabara. So wakati sometimes unajua unaenda kutumia motorbike, you can have your a good dress mzuri ama trouser vile umevaa, and it is advisable for ladies to always carry laces wakati wanaenda mali. Hiyo ni kitu mnarusha tu kwa bag, because at one point utahitaji kutumia your motorbike, you have a short skirt, na tutaki tuko pale pa my dress my choice. We don't want to interfere with your dress and your choice, but kwa sababu ya heshima yako wakati umetumia hivyo, hata pia kwa kukujali, you know, it is true hapa NTSA wanasema ya kwamba wakati umekalia motorbike hivyo sideways, hata we mwenyewe hauna hiyo stability, but when umekalia vizuri hivi, then put your lasso na ubebo na mtu wa motorbike. So ni onyo tu NTSA ama the national the National Transport and Safety Authority ndio wanasema vile.
Okay. And let's shift our focus that is into the education sector, page 4 of the standard. You know, there is a discussion that has been there about the teachers joining the SHA, and it's supposed to be implemented, that is by 1st of December. And it reads that teachers are SHA upgrade clouded by delays, fraud fears and legal risks. And you know, some of the teachers who are against that is joining the SHA, and teachers face uncertainty as government shifts from minute to SHA, promising improved benefits. But it seems that the teachers don't feel, or they don't see the benefits of joining SHA, and but concerns remain over delayed payments, legal gaps, and whether the insurer can roll out smoothly. Whether the government will deliver an improved medical cover for teachers lies at the center of mounting concerns among thousands of tutors who have long relied on the multi-billion health scheme. Delays in payment to the medical facilities, reports of fraud in claims proceeding, and fears that hurried rollout could expose the new arrangement and legal challenges are among major issues that are troubling the teachers. Further, fueling anxiety are teething problems reported, and that is the Social Health Authority cover issues publicly acknowledged by the President William Ruto and the Health Cabinet Secretary, that is Aden Duale, who have said the insurer is experiencing initial difficulties, and that's why the teachers are questioning, that is them joining the SHA by that is 1st of December. And still unajua bado kuna investigations zinaendelea in the SHA sector matters to do with fraud, and I can see at a glance they have highlighted that is the key benefits that the teachers will get. Let me start by mentioning them briefly. That is outpatient cover, lowest earners, that is B5, 150,000, up from that is 100,000. So it sounds like a benefit. Yes, it is, because kumekuwa na an increase. Highest earners, that is 450,000, up from that is 375,000, and then that is inpatient cover. Lowest earners 1 million, up from that is 750,000. Highest earners 3 million, up from that is 2.5 million. Other benefits that they have mentioned, that is dental 45,000, up from that is 35,000. Optical 60,000, up from 45,000, and then maternity, that is 120,000, up from that is 100,000, and lastly that is last expense 300,000, up from 200,000. So it sounds like kila kitu imekuwa increased, Josene. I don't understand why the teachers are literally against them joining that is the SHA sector, but let's see what will happen. I hope they come into a conclusion, because it's supposed to be implemented by 1st of December. Kila mwalimu anafaa kukuwa amejoin that is the SHA sector. And still on the education sector, we were in page 4, that is page 7. Ruto's internship policy leaves JSS teachers in limbo. The president affirmed intern teachers are employed on contract before being confirmed as permanent and pensionable, and those currently serving under internship will likely to have to wait until that is 2027 for absorption. And here I can see the President William Ruto has defended the government decision to retain the JSS teachers on internship for contracts for 2 years before confirming them permanent and pensionable. That is what they're saying. And in addition to that, they say that we have a big gap that is of 116,000 teachers, but by January I will have hired that is 100,000 to close the gap. That is what the president said. And previous governments were employing 5,000 teachers annually. In 5 years, only 25,000 teachers were employed. But with my government, that is what our president said, I will have hired 100,000 teachers in 3 years. So it feels like also he's campaigning to say, how does they feel? Apart from being a positive thing, it feels like bado tu ni sera nauza.
Saizi sasa tuko kwa hizo, we'll have more of that. And also in matters education, we can see 87,000 ghost learners drain 1 billion from school annually. So wanasema ya kwamba close to 4 billion taxpayers money imekuwa ikienda kwa ghost students. Wanapewa hiyo pesa yenye inapaswa kupatianwa, lakini inaenda. Now the cabinet secretary for education anasema ya kwamba we have covered 87,000 ghost learners in public school. The government will take action against individuals who inflated enrollment figures. I wish the way wamepata hawa 87,000, I wish isikue sasa because he was in a meeting akasema that action is going to be taken. I wish just the way it has been written in this gazette, as action inachukuliwa. Accountability is when now you allow media iende ifuate ijue yao ni nani na tuone hata wakichukuliwa hatua. I wish hii vitu ya corruption ionekane, not nataka wale watu wenye wanafanya hii tutawachukulia hatua. You just say it, but hakuna hatua inachukuliwa. These people wako mali wakijienjoy tu. It is ni nyinyi tu mmepanga na hao. You are going to mention it kwa public and then story ishe. Na ukitaka kujua hiyo maneno vile mimi nataka kusema, hata wale watu tunajua mauaji inaendaga kwa wiki moja, wiki mbili inafuatwa, then inaenda inaisha. But ikiweza kufuatwa hadi mwisho, it will help us so much. So that is what the cabinet secretary anasema. Lakini kuko na hiyo manze taxpayers, manze tunalipa ghost students mahali. And on other news, pale kwa page 2 we can see the flying coffins. Old beat up police chopper are disasters in waiting. Kuna ile nini ya flying police kuna ile section ya flying police inakuwa pale Wilson Airport. Hii chopper imekuwa ikionekana sana, hata tumeona vituko wakati mwingine ililand vibaya and all that. So this chopper hata inaitwa flying coffins. Kwa sababu hizi chopper za Kenya Police inasemekana ya kwamba ziko very old. The situation has undermined the effectiveness, cost efficiency and operational responsiveness of the NPS Air Wing, National Police Service Air Wing. Wako na ndege mzee sana, na sasa inahofiwa hata mapilot wenye wanaenda pale kila siku, pilot wawili wakiingia kwa hiyo ndege ni kama wameingia kwa coffin. And you know those choppers are used to carry our senior police officers, na pia iko supposed to deliver services mahali penye inafaa in a very quick way. Ziko supposed to respond to services kwa haraka sana. Kama kuna disaster mahali, these are the choppers which can respond there. So hii ni area moja muhimu sana enye inapaswa kuangaliwa sana. You know na fears alarms chopper makes hand landing. Unajua in shocking incident of the 3rd November, a police chopper conducting a landline rescue, unajua mission in Chesongoch. Unaona imeenda kufanya nini land rescue kule Marakwet East, made a hard landing when its lift reportedly failed as it was taking off. The Mi-17 helicopter registered as 5Y SFA was taking part in the rescue operation in the landslide hit region when it appeared to lose lift before bouncing on the ground. Hey, although no fatalities were reported, video clips of the incident sparked public concern over the state of the police aviation fleet. You saw that clip?
Yeah.
Ichopa ikienda kutoka inalemewa inaangukana chini, and it is not something, hii sio gari ikienda ikatarie mambo huko juu my friend. Habari ndio hiyo.
Yeah, so I hope wakiweka pesa kando, that's something that will also be considered, because it's something that is very serious. And away from that, that is page 6 of the Standard. Leaders accuse Ruto, that is our president, of blocking their campaigns in Berry North. And the opposition claims that President William Ruto and Embu Governor Mbarire are deploying police officers to intimidate them. And they said more than that is 1,000 security agents disrupted, that is the rally. And them being led by the DCP leader, that is Rigathi Gachagua, they claim that Ruto and Mbarire are behind the deployment of more than 1,000 police officers. And Gachagua said that for 3 years, the governor has never set foot in Mbarire, accusing the residents of never voting for her. So she will punish them by imposing leaders to them. Also, we saw that is the Wiper leader. His name is Kalonzo Musyoka. He said there was a candidate who had approached him, but after consultations, they settled on one candidate who was supported by the united opposition, and no money was paid to the party. That is according to them. And there are many statements of different people here. That is also Justin Muturi. Then we have that is Senator Muranga. Alisema that Muranga senators, that is John Nyutu, asked the President Ruto to heed to the calls done by the church, saying that he was given a civilian through the church and he became the president. You became the president through the church. The men of the cloth have given their views, and instead of listening to them, you are castigating and insulting them. Listen to the people. Being a high-headed individual is the start of your fall. That is what Senator Joe Nyutu told the president. And matters to do with that is leadership and governance. The president, he defended that is government, education and health program that we have that is in our country, and he insisted that the health and education systems have been streamlined and are working well, and amid continued concerns from sections of Kenyans from the status of the two sectors. And yesterday also our president maintained that the government has addressed the challenge in the health and education sectors as part of bringing equity across the country. And also he didn't forget recognizing the role of the church that has been playing over the years, especially in areas like Marsabit. Ruto yesterday stated that the government has also come to the age of taking care of its people's needs in all sectors. Talking about its people's need, he's mentioning you as a Kenyan citizen, because you're part of the government, and the government is of the people and by the people. These are some of the remarks that the president stated. Akamtaja mambo yenye amefanya, that is it comes to the education sector. And he said that I have ensured that to build enough classrooms. We have constructed, that is 23,000 classrooms in the last 3 years, and we must keep building so that every child is in a classroom. Again, all children must find teachers in schools. That is why we have employed 76,000 teachers and 20,000 more in the next month. And bado waka mention mambo mingi to do with health and a lot of things. Yeah.
Yes, na kule mwisho kwenye gazeti yangu Good News, Ian Waboi celebrates with the Kenya flag after winning gold in men's 15,000 at 2022 that is in Brazil. Aliweza kushinda hiyo medal. Congratulations. Hata huyo kwanza tuna congratulate kwa sababu isi kawaida kusikia Wamboi akiwa ameshinda. Thank you.
Yeah, but then that's true.
Thank you very much.
Tumezoea Chelangat, Kiprotich.
And we really appreciate that.
Yeah.
So unless you have something kusema, tumebakisha dakika 2.
No, just saying thank you to our viewers for tuning in for today's show. We are always here every morning to making sure that you as a Kenyan citizen you stay updated of what is happening that is in our country and beyond. And I can't forget to invite you for the annual prophetic prayer congress that will be happening at Mizpah Prayer Center. That is from the 1st to the 5th of December this year, 2025. We have great servants of God, and for accommodation purposes, please contact 07277 66553. Thank you.
Thank you very much. And of course, huwa sitoki hapa bila ka story.
Yeah.
There was a priest mwenye alienda kufanyiwa bash. Watu wakasema mfanyie bash because alikuwa anatoka from that place. I think he was retiring. So wakasema wamfanyie bash, na waumini wakakuja wengi because he was loved, alikuwa anapendwa sana. Na wakakuja wengi sana waumini wa church and all that, you know. Na wakati the priest alikuwa pale, there was kulikuwa supposed kukuja mwanasiasa mmoja wa hiyo area, na alikuwa aongee, priest alikuwa hubiri after speeches zote including ile ya yule chief guest mwanasiasa. So mwanasiasa akalate, hakukuja, and the priest akahappen ata preach. So akapreach, na kwa preaching zake alisema amekaa vizuri sana na hawa wananchi. Lakini hata waisahau mtu wa kwanza mwenye alikuja kwa kitubio. Unajua wana Katoliki wanaendaga hiyo session ya kitubio. Na wa kwanza mwenye alienda kufanya kwa kitubio, mwenye alienda kufanya kutubu, alienda akasema, akaongea kuhusu vile ameua na bado mambo ya ukahaba. So wakati alienda pale aliogopa sana this area, kwa sababu being the first the first mtu wa kufanya kitubio, na ameongea hayo mambo, so alifia na akaona this land si mzuri. But amemalizia kuona it's a land full of kind people, full of loving people and all that. Akiendelea na speech yake, nani akatokea? Yule mwanasiasa akakuja, and he was given the chance to speak. Wakati mwanasiasa alipewa nafasi ya ongee, alisema na akasimama akasema, I will never forget, I was the first person mwenye alifanya kitubio hapa. So the crowd ilishtuka, and that was it. So mtazamaji, mimi nitawacha kwa msemo usemayo, moyo wenye kushukuru hauwahi kuwa tupu. Moyo wenye kushukuru, moyo wenye kushukuru hauwahi kuwa tupu. A heart full of gratitude will never go empty. So ni msemo unaotuonyesha umuhimu wa sisi kuwa tunatoa shukrani kila wakati bila kulalamika. So mtazamaji, kufikia hapo hatutaongeza la mitume wala la nabii, ila tukukoma. Iwapo tumekutendea ndivyo sivyo, tunaomba uturekebishe kwa njia ya heshima. Duniani hamna mtu asiyekuwa na dosari. Lakini iwapo tumekufurahisha, ende ukawaambie wengine kutuhusu. Kutoka hapa studio, mimi na mwenzangu Anji, tunakutakia utazamaji bora wa vipindi vilivyosalia, vile vile wiki isiyokuwa na buktha. Wasalam wa marhaba.